Hello, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are doing well after this 2-week vacation that I took. I hope everything is going well with you and your families. And I want to tell you that I didn't give you your lessons for 2 weeks because I was busy with my daughter's wedding. It was really fun and I enjoyed every minute of it. But because it was a special time, I decided that my next class would be to talk about that. So I am going to read you something and then I'm going to put it on the board so you can see it, okay? Ready? We start. Preparation for the wedding. We started by making party favors. We made lots of them. I also made centerpieces for dinner. And since the venue was a garden, we had to solve the lighting problem. So I made a 15-feet long extension cord with 30 light bulbs that we set up throughout the whole place. Everything shined. For the memories, my daughter asked me to make her a moon, which I did. It was a wooden circle 8 feet wide with a cutout in the middle to simulate the moon. Then she and I painted it and set it up at the venue with a table next to it on which she left an instant camera so all the party guests could take selfies at the photo booth and then another picture with the newlyweds to paste as a keepsake on the wedding guest book. At the wedding, we started the ceremony by welcoming the judge, a nice but straightforward lady who brought a bag with her. Since my beloved husband is no longer with us, he is now in heaven. My handsome boy, my son Samuel, took his place and very finely walked her down the aisle. Then the judge very solemnly introduced herself and began the ceremony. And soon it came the time for reading the vows, after which she took 3 vases out of her bag. 2 of them were filled with sand. One was lighter color than the other. The empty one was larger than the 2 others. And after a few words, she asked the bride and the groom to each take 1 smaller vase at the same time and empty it onto the larger one, thus forming a new different shade of blue. This is the unity sand ceremony where 2 people become one. And because my story is really long, it just took me 4 minutes to read it to you. I divided it into 2 parts. These 2 parts are the first ones that I'm going to talk about today. Now, I am going to show you the writing so you can take a picture and go through it. I'm sorry I made a few changes at the last minute, but you can see it. Let me see if it's... I trust that you can make a picture and then enlarge it so you can read it later, okay? Ready? Go. This is number 1. Now, this is number 2. Okay? Take a picture. Good. Now, here I have something to show you. Party favors. Party favors are gifts for party guests. Those things that you usually make, like for birthday parties or wedding parties, whatever kind of party, you make keepsakes. Keepsakes are, we're going to see it later, are little things that you take as a memory of a special moment, okay? So, party favors. My daughter gave keychains. Do you understand keychain? Key, chain, chain, chain. A keychain, something to hold your keys. And you put your keys, and the party favor was a little cassette tape, because you know she plays in a band called the Radical Club. They play ska music, and they decided they wanted to make something related to that. So we did, okay? Party favors. Everything has to do with the moon and music. Okay? Now, next word. Venue. 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 Venue is the rented place where a party is held. Venue is the rented place where a party is held. In this case, the venue was a garden, a big garden, very pretty garden. Although it was a little chilly, a little cold, it was nice, and we had a very good time. Now, venue is the place that you rent for having a party, okay? Now, keepsake. 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 An item in memory of the person who gave it to you, okay? It's an item, a little thing to remember the person that gives it to you, okay? Keepsake. Very good. You can make keepsakes for everything, like for a baby shower. Usually people give little things. I just went to a baby shower and they gave me a little planter. The planter was in the shape of an elephant, and there were many elephants in the party. Elephant balloons, elephants on the walls, elephants to put on your sweater, elephants everywhere. So they made a little planter in the shape of an elephant, and they put a little plant. It was a green cactus, It was very pretty, very pretty. So that's a keepsake, okay? Something to remember you, something for you to remember the party you went to, okay? Now, what is straightforward? Straightforward. Straightforward means going to the point, But when you apply it to a person, you say a straightforward person is an honest person that goes straight to the point, doesn't beat about the bush, doesn't go, no, it goes straight to the point, very, very clearly, very understood, understandable, easy to understand, straightforward, okay? Now that's that's a straightforward person, and the judge was a straightforward person. Now, vows. promises bride and groom make to each other. Promises bride and groom make to each other. Okay? The vows are usually already written in a civil ceremony. They say, please repeat. And the bride repeats what the judge says, and the groom repeats what the judge says. But in some ceremonies, like in this one, each person, the bride and the groom, prepared their own vows. So it was very nice to hear them talking about really nice and very personal, intimate things. Like, I promise I'll make you little eggs in the morning for you to go to work. And I promise to watch the cartoons that you like so much, for example. So it's nice when you prepare your own vows, okay? Now we talked about the moon, and wait a minute, I'm going to show you something. In the reading, I told you I made a moon. I am no carpenter, but I made it myself. This is it. I made a moon, a wooden moon. And with the pieces that were left, I made clouds so people could come and take their picture. It was 8 feet wide, 8 feet wide, 8 feet tall. So it was pretty large. And also it had little legs, but I made the clouds to cover the legs so nobody could see them, okay? So this is the moon, and it's 8 feet wide, 8 feet wide. Remember, 8 feet equals 240 centimeters. 8 feet equals 240 centimeters, okay? Now the extension cord was 15 feet long, 15 feet long. How much is that? 15 feet long is equivalent to 45 meters. 45 meters, okay? 45 meters, okay? So we made an extension cord which held 30 light bulbs, and it was 45 feet long, and it worked perfectly. And I am not an electrician either, but you find a way to make lots of things when it's needed, okay? Now, this is all for today. Now, I would like for you to try to make sentences using your new words. What are your new words? Venue, keepsake, vows, okay? Try to make sentences straightforward, okay? And if you see words on the writing that you like Unity Sand Ceremony, or maybe you find a beloved husband, you find another word or words that you would like to use to make sentences, come on, do them, and I'll be happy to check on them, okay? See you next class. Bye-bye.